I wanted to show a couple of surveys or results of the surveys that we came out, and why I will be a little bit maybe controversial to what all you say. As you can see, this is in Polish, but I can say for you that there is no anything about aging population in my presentation. It's all about the cities. Why? Because we believe that as people are living in the cities, aging population, or maybe it's not aging population, maybe it's prolonging life and having a larger population of young and elder people living together. This is a huge challenge for the cities to manage all those issues that you have mentioned in your presentation. So first, we did a study and we asked several hundreds of cities all around the globe, what are the future challenges for you? What do you see as the challenges that you have to face and you have to discuss and you have to tackle with? And we came up with 9 big challenges, and they are grouped into 3 categories. So one is individual issues. Demography is number 1 of this. How do you take care about all your people that you have, young and aging population, and what are the needs? How do you recognize the needs of this population, and how you prepare the city for your population to live with? The second one in this group is that the rise of the individuals. Today it's much more important for the city to take care about people because it's much easier for every of us to post anything on the internet and to say that the mayor of my city is not doing well. You know, 20 years ago it was not so easy, so it was much easier for the local governments to manage expectations. Today, someone may come and say, well, in Dublin or in Utrecht, there is a great solution, why we don't have it in Kraków or Poznan? And this is a huge challenge. And this is all happening thanks to technology on the one side, but on the other side, the technology might be an enabler for solving the solution. The second group is the environment. The environment is changing, and we can see this environment changing and having an impact on the cities and on the citizens living in the cities. Like, this is not a common thing in Europe, but in Poland we have a shortage of water. You could say that it's almost impossible, but yes, we have only about 40% of the reservoirs of water for the number of the population that we have in Poland. So if you think this way, and if you think about some of the gminas, some of the cities that today have a problem with water, with having a water, so the cost of delivering water, one of the basic things that you have to have for living, they will be going into huge costs of delivering this water. So how do you find another way to secure water for your citizens? And urbanization, yes, this is true. Urbanization is a global trend. More and more people are living in the cities, but in Europe specifically, we have an issue with re-urbanization. So with trying to get people back to the cities, because the cities get spread, which again, the cost of the infrastructure is higher, the cost of serving people is higher, and in the middle of the cities, in the city centers, we usually have all the social problems, and quite often elderly people are left there. So how do you reintegrate everyone? And the cities are not alone. The cities are connected to the global economy. So the public debt, this is an issue. You were saying, okay, financing maybe it's not a problem. Okay, there is an angle of Central and Eastern European countries where today all the cities are benefiting from EU funding, but in 3 years this will be end. So how do we continue with investments, or how do we use the funds today, available today, to build the infrastructure that will support the whole population, elders and youngsters, in the long future, because we will not have so much investment capital in the future. The second The second study we did is this is the study that we do for last 12 years, and we asked the CEOs, the heads of large corporations all around the globe, how do they see changes happening? And I think this is very good because usually those trends are coming down to cities and to public sector over the next couple of years. And if you look at those selected outcomes, 40% are saying our business model will change in 3 years. You think this is not happening for the cities? I don't know how much you are familiar with a program 500 plus. So this is the support for families, for kids. So for every kid you get about 100 euros here in Poland. Every family gets this, fine. You think this is a service delivered by the city usually. No, in Poland it was delivered by the banks. So the banks took all the business when you apply as a citizen for this. Using the technology, they checked that yes, this is true, you have kids, and now they pay you the money in the name of the government. So this is a change of the role of the city. The city is much more about talent. The city is much more about data and analytics to analyze what's happening with my citizens, what's happening with my infrastructure. How do I manage this? Do our cities have the skills for that? Are they prepared for this? No, they are usually prepared to fulfill procedures, to issue a driving license or to issue an ID. But this is not what the cities should be doing now, because with technology, all of this is gone. So if you think about the cities and how the cities can really adopt or prepare for those changes, I think those are the 7 themes that the magnet cities or the cities that are really good for living, we found the common features of those cities. First of all, they need to renovate, they need to rebuild and change the infrastructure to meet the needs. Currently, we have finished one engagement to redevelop the city center for the city of Łódź. And this is what we did. We were redesigning the old buildings, but first thinking about the buildings was, okay, how do we take the elderly people living there and youngsters living there to work together, to live together, to share experience. So we created the spaces so those people can meet together. We used a lot of technology to support elder people to meet with young people, because this is all of, if you just make a facade of the building, you lose money, because you will not reintegrate the society. This must be a city that is taking into consideration, even if we speak about the elderly aging society, that the city has to be magnet for young people and magnet for investors to come to invest. Why? Because if you think about many cities in eastern Poland, where all young people went to the larger cities or to Western Europe, you have old population in the city, so the tax income of the city is very low, and it will be going down and down. But the cost of infrastructure will be going up and up because you have less and less people. So this is really a challenge to be able, thinking about aging policy, to be able to attract young people who will be able to contribute tax payments to the city. And for this, you need to have the charismatic leader, someone who thinks a lot about this and someone who develops the solutions together with the citizens, with society. Thank you.